a white frame cottage called Ivy Green in West Tuscumbia, Alabama, to Arthur H. Keller and Catherine Adams Keller. Captain Arthur Keller worked as an editor of the newspaper called the North Alabamian. He also served as a captain in the Confederate Army. Catherine Adams Keller was Arthur Keller's second wife. She was an educated, soft-spoken young woman from Memphis. James McDonald Keller was Hellen Keller's half-brother. The little girl who was Christian as Hellen Adams was a healthy child until she was 19 months old. When she turned 19 months, she was affected by an unknown illness which left her both deaf and blind. The only possible way she could distinguish people were by touch and vibration of their footsteps. The inability to recognize or name the object around her caused her to develop into a violent and a stubborn child with uncontrollable emotions. She became very wild and unruly over the time. This greatly disturbed her family. They were determined to give Hellen the best. Now, stop over at the Keller's cottage to know further. It's a pleasant morning. Captain Keller is busy reading an article that needs to go in North Alabamian, of which he is an editor. James, who is Helen's half-brother, is checking the newspaper. Aunt Evelyn, Captain Keller's sister, is sipping her coffee.
Well, Father, I hope you have got the story ready.
What story is that?
The one that you're going to tell when the little savage kills somebody. Your Honor, I had no idea that this poor deaf and dumb child could be this violent.
Your sister is none of your concern, James. Don't you have some occasion you need to dress for?
Why don't we get to meet your friends, James?
How can I even invite people here?
Arthur, you and James can barely speak a civil word, and all the time you have is given over the girl. It is time you and Kate decide over it.
What can I do, Evelyn? The only thing left is to take Helen to an asylum, and Kate would never stand for it.
Thank you, Winnie. Here's your Aunt Eve, Helen. Come, sit beside me, dear. I hope you two are not quarreling again.
No, not at all.
Look how she behaves. She probably just pretends she can't speak or hear.
She's just a poor girl, James, who cannot communicate. Why can't you just understand? Oh, Kate, we all love Helen, but surely you must see what an effect she's having on your household. What about Dr. Julian Chisholm up and back home? I read an article in your brilliant newspaper, Captain. It says he had cured many cases of blindness that other doctors had given up.
Stop, Helen. I will write to him myself if you wish, Kate. But remember, there isn't going to be any cure, and the sooner we accept, the better off we all will be.
I will never accept it, Captain. I will never. Oh, she tore off my buttons. It's the eyes. She wants the doll to have eyes. I'm sorry, Amy. Just tell me what is the cost of those buttons, and I will replace them. Don't mind, Kate. What are a couple of buttons if it makes Helen happy? I will sew them on.
She can't have little things like this to make her happy. I'm going to the printers now. I can't really turn my back on other things.
Captain, nothing is solved by running to the office.
Kate, you need to understand that I have tried all ways and means. And if we don't send her away, we must find some way of confining her.
What? You want to lock her away in the attic? Like some sort of mad woman? Captain, you need to understand. She just wants to talk. Helen, stop. Come here. That's my pretty girl.
Alright, let me write to Dr. Julian Chisholm.
Thank you, Captain. You don't understand what it means.
I do understand, Kate. I do wish the best for Helen. And you must realize this. Now let me hurry or I will find no time to do the needful.
Okay, fine, Captain. Don't forget to write to Dr. Julian Chisholm.
Sure, Kate.
After writing to countless doctors, including Dr. Julian Chisholm, the Kellers could not get any satisfactory solution for their daughter's problem. The Kellers eventually sought the advice of Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of telephone and an educator of the deaf. Graham Bell suggested the Kellers to contact the Perkins Institution for Blind, which is at Watertown in Massachusetts. Perkins Institution recommended Annie Sullaivan as a governess to Hellen. Annie Sullaivan was the eldest daughter of a poor Irish immigrant. She was born at Feeding Hills in Massachusetts on April 14, 1866. Annie was 7 years old when she developed trachoma, a bacterial infection of eye. This infection went untreated and affected her ability to see. She had to undergo several surgeries to restore her limited vision. She joined Perkins School for Blind in 1880 as a student. Sullaivan faced great challenges at Perkins. She lacked social grace, which had put her at odds with her peers, but she was tremendously bright and soon advanced academically and graduated from Perkins at the age of 20. She developed a close friendship with some teachers and school director Michael and Agnes. Michael and Agnes recommended Annie to the Kellers after receiving letter from Graham Bell. Initially, Annie refused to go, but finally she agreed to visit the Kellers. And then James, can you please see who's at the door?
Yes, sure. Miss Sullaivan.
Yes, Mr.
James, I am James Keller, Helen's brother. Nice meeting you.
Same here.
Please, do come in.
Hello, Miss Sullaivan. I am Catherine Keller, Helen's mother. Nice meeting you. Very pleasant to meet you, Mrs. Keller. Please take your seat. Thank you.
Excuse me, Miss Sullaivan. Do you have a trunk?
Yes, I have kept it outside.
Henry.
Yes, sir.
Carry it.
Sir, where should the trunk be kept? Should it be kept in the guest room?
No, come, I'll show you.
I was hoping to see Helen. Helen is with her father. Her father wanted to spend some time with her. He hardly finds time for her. It's really appreciable. How much can a blind and deaf child communicate, Miss Sullaivan? I don't know for sure. Does she communicate with you? Oh well, I always know what she wants, if that is what you mean. No, you really don't understand. Mothers usually know and understand a child even without words. Can you teach her to sit still, Miss Sullaivan? I have to teach her language first. If she doesn't know words, how can she know why you want her to sit still? Perhaps you are misled to Helen's condition. She can neither see nor hear. It is her senses that are impaired and not her mind. She must have language. Language is more important to mind than like to the eyes. But how will you teach her if you can't talk to her? Well, I can. We are going to do everything that we can to help you, Miss Sullaivan, so don't consider strangers. Strangers aren't so strange to me. I have been around them all my life. Welcome to Ivy Greens, Miss Sullaivan. We have you put in a cozy room with a good amount of breeze coming. Thank you. Captain, She is Miss Anne Sullivan, the new governess. She has been sent by the Perkins Institute for Blind.
Nice meeting you, Miss Sullaivan. I'm Arthur Keller, Helen's father.
The pleasure is all mine in meeting you, Mr. Keller. Would you mind if I take a stroll?
Of course you can, Miss Sullaivan. She looks pretty rough, Kate. Why doesn't she take her glasses off?
Well, the institute said that I culturized. Apparently, she was nearly blind as a child.
Blind?
I guess she had 9 surgeries done on her eyes.
And they expect one blind person to teach another one. Strange. How long was she employed at the school?
Employed? She wasn't employed there. She was one of their best students.
Student, now you have 2 blind girls to take care. Father,
You stay out of the stage.
Excuse me, Mrs. Keller. Yes? Is it possible to get some time alone with Helen? Why not? Sure. Captain, please. So, you like doll? It will be your first word to learn. It's doll. It has a name. D-O-L-L. Ouch! Helen, stop. Come, sit here. D-O-L-L.
so what is that? Some sort of game?
It's an alphabet for the deaf. Each letter has a sign. D-O-L-L. First, she'll learn to imitate. D-O.
Oh, she can imitate things. Alright, like a regular little monkey.
Yes, a bright little monkey.
I think she wants a doll back.
She can have it back when she spells it.
She has no idea what words even are. How can she spell them?
If her fingers learn the letters now, then maybe someday her brain will learn that they have a meaning.
Did you make up this alphabet?
Me? No. Spanish monks under oath of silence. James, would you mind leaving the room?
Well, yes.
Here, it's cake. C-A-K-E. Helen! Stop! You little devil! C-A-K-E. Out! It's all fine, Miss Sullaivan. All fine, Mrs. Keller.
I will not have my house turned into a circus.
I'm sure that she's only trying to do what is the best.
Is there a slightest hope of teaching a child who flees from you?
There is no slightest possibility of teaching a child who runs away from me. It's hopeless, sir. It's not hopeless. She was such a good child.
Yes, she was an extraordinary child.
I believe that. But she's not that child anymore. I have seen pets behave better than she does. And it's your pity that's the cause of it.
I beg your pardon.
I'm afraid your love for Helen is greater handicap to her than her blindness or her deafness. Anne, please, don't give up. Now, we'll put all the issues aside. Let's give a fresh start and meet tomorrow. Okay. Come, Helen. Spell words on Helen's hands and to help her identify the things around her, but she only received screens and inches. Annie was no stranger to stubbornness. She herself was pretty stubborn. Annie employed the methods that Laura Bridgman had used, along with other techniques she learnt at Perkins. Annie spelled the names of things in Helen's hands, but Helen remained confused. This made Helen more unruly and frustrated. Annie did not give up. She tried her best to teach Helen obedience along with vocabulary. Come, let's see how.
Where's Miss Sullaivan?
She is in her room.
Didn't anyone call her for breakfast?
No, I haven't.
Kate?
We need the captain.
Henry? Yes, sir. Call Miss Sullaivan for breakfast.
Okay, sir. Good morning, Aunt Evelyn.
Morning, James. Please have a seat.
Aunt Evelyn, it's good to see you.
Yes, James.
Tobacco prices are up, Father. You should earn a nice profit this year for a change.
I used to be a man that could make a good living running a farm.
Well, perhaps if you give a third newspaper and come and show me my business, we could make some real money.
Good morning, Miss Sullaivan.
Good morning.
Please take your seat. I hope you've settled them comfortably, Miss Sullaivan.
Thank you, Captain. I have. Please help yourself. Sure. Miss Anne, if there is anything that you need, please let me know. Sure. Miss Anne, Helen is used to helping herself from our plates. I'm afraid. I'm not used to it.
No, of course you need not. We need.
Yes, sir.
Please get Miss Sullaivan another plate.
Sure, sir. There is nothing wrong with my plate, Captain. Only that Helen's hand don't belong in it.
One plate is hardly worth spoiling her breakfast over.
You see, she's just going to keep trying until she gets away.
I must insist that you let the girl go.
Oh, look! Now she hurts herself. No, she hasn't. I know a tantrum when I see one and a badly spoiled child.
Miss Sullaivan, what do you say?
Please, show some pity. For this kind of behavior, pity is the one thing she doesn't need.
The whole house waits on her hand and food.
You stay out of this.
Arthur, he is Helen's brother. Letting Helen have her own way, it's really a small thing. Small? It seems you have all decided. It is easier to feel sorry for Helen than to teach her how to behave.
Well, I have not seen that you have taught her anything yet, Miss Sullaivan.
Quite right, Captain. Well observed. I'll start right now if you leave the room.
Leave the room?
Yes, please, Captain. Right now. You leave the room.
Unbearable, Miss Sullaivan. And I suppose we are going to sit there and say nothing, James?
You told me it was none of my business, Father. I'm just trying to respect your words.
What do you think you're saying? If you are not willing to stand up to one tantrum, I cannot teach her anything. Mrs. Keller, you asked if there was anything I needed. Yes, but I need to be alone with Helen.
Miss Sullaivan,
Captain, please. James, Evan, Captain, may I speak with you outside?
this is ridiculous.
Give us a moment, please. Out! Helen, stop it! Come here, you little brat! Sit here! compared to what I had with Helen.
How is that you have no pity for Helen?
To have pity for someone is a waste of energy. If we all pity her, she'll never learn.
I don't know how right you are. I just wish Helen speaks. Baby, come here. I am taking Helen along with me. I will come and clean this mess.
Sullaivan handled Helen sensitively but firmly and helped her to learn like a normal child. Sullaivan realized that Helen was a strong-willed, healthy child but completely spoiled, who was used to getting things done her own way by throwing tantrums. She knew no means of communication than screaming and kicking. Annie slowly made contact with Helen's mind through the sense of touch. Annie used her expertise and patience to guide her. Slowly, Helen learned the manual alphabet by connecting words with objects. Each day, Helen was taught new words through touch teaching technique. This went on for several days until one day.
Helen, now that you know things around you have names, come here. Feel it. It's an apple. A, P, P, L, E. A, P, P, L, E. Smart. Water. W A T E R. Helen, it's water. W A T E R. Yes, you got it right. It's water. Good, Helen. Come here. Come, Helen. Smell it. It's a flower. F L O W E R. Smell it, Helen. It's flower. Good. Excellent. Now you know language. You can express. You can express, Helen. Captain, Mrs. Keller, come quickly. She knows. She knows. What happened? What is it, Miss Sullaivan? Mrs. Keller, our Helen can express now. Here. M O T H E R. She's your mother.
Oh, Helen, I'm so happy. Captain, our Helen can communicate.
Yes, Chief. You have done wonders for her, and you have done us a great service. Thank you, Sullaivan.
The merit goes to Helen, Captain.
Look what you have done for her. She's spell bee and she can spell words. What is it, Helen? What do you want? You want to see your teacher? Okay, come. Miss Sullaivan, she wants to be with you. I'm leaving her with you. Thank you, Miss Sullaivan.
T E A C H E R. I'm your teacher, Helen.
a life-changing meeting for Hellen Keller, and it gave birth to lifelong friendship shared by a student and teacher. The ability of Hellen Keller to surmount her disabilities and learn to read, write and speak was a miracle, and this miracle happened because she had the constant support and encouragement from her teacher. Annie Sullaivan was able to understand the fear, loneliness and frustration that Hellen felt in her isolated, silent world. Annie Sullaivan was not only Hellen's teacher, mentor, friend and role model, but also a mother who nurtured a lost and lonely child to mature and selfless adult. Annie did not stop at simply showing Hellen manners and helping her realize that words have meaning, but life in itself has meaning. Annie became her lifetime companion who hoped to create a meaningful life for her pupil despite her limitations. While growing up, the only person we tend to respect after our parents are our teachers, because the greatest lessons are learnt in the classrooms. Is there anyone in this auditorium who is not influenced by a teacher? Of course not. Each and every soul here must have at some point of time experienced the impact our teachers have on us. A world without teachers cannot be a benevolent one. There are only a few people in our lives who unconditionally help us in building good world for us, and teachers are definitely one of them. Our teachers may not be Annie Sullaivan, nor are we Hellen Keller, but our teachers have put lot of efforts and hard work to light our world with knowledge. Even in the wake of COVID pandemic, our teachers worked very hard to teach us online. They took education to the next level. I know thank you is not enough, my dear teachers, for the sacrifices you all have made. But still, thank you for teaching us how to read and write, for guiding us to distinguish between what is right and what is wrong, for allowing us to follow our dreams. Thank you for being our friend, mentor and light.